We see Lord Brittan has been terribly hounded, and he's died now, and his widow, it's tragic for her to have her husband so smeared by these paedophilia allegations, which now turn out not to be true. Do you think that Tom Watson should be made to apologise for what he's done to that family, the MP Tom Watson? And do you think, how does this not now become this witch hunt of people who really can't defend themselves sometimes in the historical abuse questions?
Well, I think all those of us in public life need to be very careful about the language we use and how we talk about things. But if I could just step back, in a sense, and say, why is it that we've been looking at this issue? And I think it's just been brought home to us in a very personal, very human way. We have just heard the story of somebody who, as a child in school, was being abused, but nobody listened. As we've just heard, there were other people who thought something might be wrong, but did nothing about it, didn't challenge at all. And sadly, there are too many people who have similar stories, that they have been through abuse in different institutional settings or in different sorts of settings. They tried to say something, they tried to look for help so that it would stop. But too often they've been ignored. And that's why I think it is absolutely right that we have the Goddard inquiry, which is looking into the lessons we need to learn, particularly about how institutions which, in very many cases, like in a school, had a duty of care to children and yet failed in that duty of care. We need to look into that. And of course, if there are specific allegations, the police need to look at those. They need to follow them up properly, look at them very quickly and carefully. And, of course, if they're not going to act against somebody, then let them know as soon as is possible and practical to do so.